Now to elections 2022. Early voting for the November 8th election ends this week. There have been over 3 million votes cast so far in Texas, but that's on track to be lower than the two previous election cycles. And a new poll in the governor's race shows Governor Greg Abbott has a 6-point lead over Democratic challenger Beto O'Rourke. For more, let's go live now to KHOU 11 News political reporter Gerald Harris. Gerald?
Experts I speak with say relative low turnout spells good news for Governor Greg Abbott, while Democrats tell me the only poll they're concerned about are voting precincts. Election day is quickly approaching.
At this point, the campaign for all intents and purposes is over.
The first full week of early voting saw Republican Governor Greg Abbott and his opponent, Democrat Beto O'Rourke, crisscrossing the state trying to move voters to the polls.
Abbott's strategy really focuses on getting out the vote in small town and rural Texas, and a real emphasis on the border counties. O'Rourke has focused on the urban areas, some of the cores in Dallas, Houston, etc. He's also put a lot of emphasis on turning out the youth vote.
Right now, political experts say this election is gearing up to be similar to those before the 2020 and 2018 election cycles, where there was record turnout.
When we see low turnout electorates, we tend to assume that we're going to see a generally pretty standard election. When we start to see turnout tick up and get higher, it's not that we think that necessarily benefits one party or the other, but it tells us that we can't be certain exactly what the outcome is going to be as more and more Texans cast ballots.
But nearly a week away from Election Day, new polling from the University of Texas at Tyler shows Abbott maintaining his lead in polling among likely voters, 50 to 44%.
No votes count until votes are counted. But when we look at the sum total of the statewide polling to date, it seems pretty unlikely that Governor Abbott isn't going to walk away with a victory on November 8th.
And experts say moving forward, Governor Abbott's campaign does not need to be complacent and get out his core voters. For Beto O'Rourke, his job will be to turn out the youth vote as much as he can if he stands a chance to be competitive. In Houston, Gerald Harris, KHOU 11 News.
Thank you, Gerald, for that detailed insight. Now to a reminder to you. You can text the word VOTE to 713-526-1111. We'll text you back a link to the KHOU 11 voter guide. In it, you'll find information on polling places, how to access a sample ballot, and much, much more.